Maybe.
I've always wanted to, I feel like you see this in celebrity news or whatever all the time where
What?
it's like a couple's always just naked on a boat. I want to be naked on a boat.
I'm sorry. What are you reading? Where have you seen this? I have not read this.
No, this is like back in the day where it's like OK Magazine or, you know, those like
where they're on their private yachts and you see the faraway photo.
Faraway photo and it's just like boobs are all out.
Yeah.
I feel like same, like tan lines and all that. But like how nice would it be to just be on a boat naked with your boo, you know?
Yeah.
And they can jump in the water and feel, you know, be one with nature and then no tan lines.
All right, so it's officially summertime. This is why we're dressed like this. It's really hot outside, even though the AC is blasting in here. But I feel like the summer is the best time to really kind of build on your friendships. So for this episode, we want to talk about celebrating friendships, unleashing this wild side, because you feel a little wild during the summer because it's hot.
Yeah.
And we also want to talk about just celebrating this like confident summer version of ourselves.
So to get started, we're going to go back and recount some unforgettable, amazing moments we've had during the summertime with some friends. So let's set a scene. I'd like you to picture that you're on the beach and you've got your friends around you. You've got your cute bathing suits on. You feel the sand between your toes. You feel that ocean breeze in your hair. Maybe you're eating some cooling watermelon. Now, let's reflect back on a time when perhaps things didn't go the way you planned. What exactly is the most embarrassing moment or experience or memory you have with a group of friends in a summer setting?
I just do my watermelon on the floor. I was like, this beautiful visualization. It's like, now think about an embarrassing moment. I was like, oh shit, I'll go first.
Okay, go for it.
All right, so I was in beautiful Hawaii, Oahu, with my Uncle Tom and Auntie. They're like my like friend relatives. I don't know, you have relatives you're really close with that you hang out as friends.
Yeah.
But we decided to go parasailing, which is my first time. And I was like, oh, I love being in the ocean. I love seeing it, whatever. And I was like, oh, I can't wait to like be above it and just see all the water creatures. What? Water creature.
Water creature.
Water animals. But okay, so it's my turn to go parasailing. And you're pretty much on a boat. And then the parasailing, you're on a boat and you're hooked onto the harness. And there's like a parachute behind you. As a boat moves or drives, you're lifted above. And so you can see the view. And of course, they bring someone there. There's a captain. There's someone taking your photo. And I was like, oh, when I was up there, it was so magical, so serene. I saw a freaking turtle. I was like, wow.
Turtle.
Yeah, it was like gorgeous. But what happens is, to make it more like fun, they'll start slowing down the boat. So you're being lowered.
Ooh.
And you're like,
Oh,
okay.
closer to the water.
Yeah, and you're closer to water. You're like, oh, they're just gonna dip my toes in to like dip and then go back up. That wasn't the case. Once you're like up there, they're driving it slowly. You see the like ocean approaching your toes. You crash into the ocean and they drag you a little bit underneath the surface.
Oh my gosh.
It wasn't like, it didn't hurt, but it was like a little bit of a drag. And then they speed it up and you go back up again.
Oh, I can see this going not very well.
Yeah. What I didn't account for was I was wearing a life vest.
Yeah.
I was wearing a two-piece. So my bottoms fell off me as I was getting dragged underneath the water. So when I went back up, I was trying to pull my bottoms at the same time I was going up.
Oh no.
And so I was like, oh, no one saw that. It's fine. So yeah, beautiful experience. I was like, okay, let's ignore that. We finally end our like parasailing adventure. And then we go to like, we know when you check in and stuff, they're like, oh, you want to look at the photos we took?
Oh no.
And then I was looking at the photos slowly. There are photos of me trying to pull my bottoms over my ass. And then the photographer was right behind me and he was like, I didn't know it was a full moon today.
Oh no.
And made that
Why
comment.
do you gotta make that comment? That's
So it was pretty embarrassing because I'm not the type to like wear like a thong bikini or like into those. So like I had my bare ass.
Damn. And everyone saw it.
Everyone saw it and I was really pale.
Oh.
So it was definitely a full moon that day. So that was like my embarrassing story. So now I know.
So your uncle and your auntie, they've all seen your
They're like, oh, I haven't seen this since you were born. You know? But I think now for anyone that wants to go parasailing, I do think it's a really great experience, but make sure you wear one piece.
Wow.
That's a good tip.
That was my story.
Damn. That's pretty embarrassing.
And I was like trying to like do this. Yeah. That was my How about you guys?
Okay. I will go. So this moment happened actually very recently. This past weekend at my bachelorette party. Do you know what I'm about to say?
Yeah, I know.
Did you think it was embarrassing? Anyway, okay, I'll tell
I
the
think it's
story
embarrassing.
first
I think it's funny though.
Okay, yes. It was funny or embarrassing, right? So for this trip, I'm the bachelorette. All my outfits are white. I think people already know where this might be going.
Oh wait, okay, totally did not.
Oh really?
Okay, different. I had a different story.
Now I'm curious what that story is. But Mother Nature decided to come and play.
Oh, she
for
did.
my part. Honestly, like my period is usually very much on time.
Okay.
I've tracked it for many years now, and I'm like, okay, I got to move my wedding up a week. I got to make sure this bachelor, because you asked me, like you both asked me, when do you want your bachelorette? I was like, okay, this day and then this day for batch, this day for wedding.
Yeah.
Avoid redness at all costs because you're wearing white the whole time.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
For some reason, my period is 4 days late. I get it the day before we leave for the trip. I get it on Thursday. We're leaving on Friday. And I'm just like, the whole time I just had my period. I'm also notoriously, I didn't even say that right, whatever. But I'm known to like always bleed through. I always bleed through. As a 35-year-old woman, for some reason, I still bleed through.
You got a heavy flow.
Yeah.
No matter, but it's like you should account for that, right? No matter what, is without fail. Every 32 days, I'm like, I just know it's gonna go through.
Yeah.
So a part of me was like, all right, I hope it's in bed at least, you know, and then no one can see it. But the moment that it happened was we were on the boat.
Oh, I did not know that.
You didn't know this?
Oh, wait. Okay, that was you.
Everyone's drunk. That was me. But we were on the boat.
Who else was in white on the boat?
I'm sorry. There's multiple leakages on the
true.
show.
That's true. We were all synced up. Yeah.
But I was on the sofa bed. I was like unhinged. I was just going off. I was holding onto the roof of the boat. I was like thrusting, partying, have a good time. And I was on the sofa bed, so I was like a little like leveled up. And our friend Kathy, she was standing like on the floor of the boat.
So your ass is in her face.
And so literally my crotch was like direct vision. She was looking up, and then I remember her just going. I don't think she said anything.
She's trying to give you like facial.
She was trying to be subtle, but like I'm surrounded by 11 other women who know the look. Yeah. And so everyone's like, shit, you got your period. And I think in that moment I was like, damn. But I didn't feel embarrassment, whether it's because I was definitely liquored up or because I was surrounded by like my most favorite people that would not judge me anyway. I flashed everyone. I was like, look. Look at this. And then I went to the bathroom, washed it out, came back, and everyone's like looking underneath. They're like, oh, wow, where'd it go? I was like, hey, soap and water. That's all you need.
Okay,
and then continued partying.
That's true.
So I think that was probably, I think Helen 10 years ago would have been hella embarrassed by the situation. I think I would have been in a corner and just like, I don't want to dance. I don't want to like, you know, always going to the bathroom to check and make sure you're like always replacing it, especially if you're in a white bikini. So it was a moment where I was just like, we're all women. We all like bleed. Like this is normal, you know. So just have fun, and if it happens, it happens. That's how I felt.
Yeah.
I just felt very comfortable, and it was just funny because I'm like, you're a fucking 35-year-old woman still bleeding through like a fucking teenager.
Aww.
But you know, it happens.
It happens. Yeah.
I'm laughing because now it makes sense. Because, okay, I think so on the boat, you're on one side. I think I was on the other side. So I saw things going on. And obviously, we're all liquored up. I wasn't sure. But so just like for reference, we actually have a private album, shared album from the trip. And I remember I was looking at it afterwards. And I was laughing because there's a random ass photo, a blurry photo of Helen's, like she was stepping on the stairs on the boat. And it's blurry. And I was like, why the F is this photo in the album? And it makes sense now because you were literally going downstairs to wash your panties. So I was like, this is hella random.
Like, why is it significant?
I mean, I don't think it was intentional. I think it just like snapped.
It came off.
But it's funny because I was laughing because it made no sense in the album. So now I get it.
Now you know the story.
But I also was thinking about a different time on the boat. We'll say that for a different time.
What was the story you think?
Girl? You were thrusting with Eileen. You guys were holding the thing. You're like going, having a good time. And we're like playing Goodies by Sierra. And it was like, we're all like dancing, singing. And all of a sudden, like, I think we went over a wave. And you guys see Eileen and Helen spin literally 360.
Oh, yeah, they did a 360.
And catch themselves. And it was everyone's face, because we're all recording. You see everyone going like this. Because everyone was like, everyone's like singing along. Then everyone pauses like. But they literally were like, it felt like when you're on a sailboat and like the thing moves.
Oh yeah,
it looked like a carousel. I was like, damn. So I thought that was that moment.
Oh no,
it wasn't embarrassing. It was just funny. It was just funny.
Yeah. But anyway, that was my moment.
Yeah, I realized now that my story maybe is not really embarrassing, but it's memorable.
Okay,
how about that? Mine is similar to Mel, dealing with more family. And strangely enough, I don't know why, but when I thought about beach moments, I flashed back to like when I was like maybe 7 or 8.
Wow.
Yeah, I went on a beach trip with my family, and it was like all my cousins and my uncles and my aunts. And one of the things that I think it might have been Mexico, it was like a trip with it was like a family trip. And one of the activities that you can do there is to go horseback riding on the beach. And it should be beautiful and like really peaceful and like a thing that you can do in a nice experience. But I think whoever found the company or the service that we went with, it was like a bunch of like younger boys. Like there was no adult like kind of like manning the horses. Okay. And they were putting each of us on like a horse. And I remember I was like, we're really young, right? So there was like adults on horses, and then some of my cousins around my age are on horses. And we start and it's like we're being led by this like 10-year-old kid in the front with like a horse, and everyone's like going very slowly. We're like walking along the water. You see like the sand and then you see the ocean on the side. And then suddenly my horse starts going a little faster. And I was like, and I think maybe out of fear because I squeeze my legs. You know when you tense up because you're scared. But usually when you tense up, that's a sign to the horse to go faster. Oh. So suddenly I was like, it's like going, and then I was like, oh, and I'm looking like this because I'm like passing everyone. And I just remember being so scared. And then like the kid had to gallop in his horse like around to like try to get mine to calm down. But yeah, it wasn't really, I guess it was embarrassing when I was like young and I was like so like nervous and scared. And I did get kind of, I think also because like my family, we have a pretty big family and a lot of kids around our age. So I think probably the cousins and the aunts and uncles were a little bit like, oh, you're like nervous, you're scared. Don't worry, you should have fun. You're the scaredy cat kind of thing. And so I don't know. I think that was like a moment when I was younger that that's.
I thought you were going to talk about your nip slip, but okay.
Wait, did I have a nip slip?
Didn't you have a nip slip?
She had a nip slip?
I thought you did.
This weekend?
No.
Oh.
I feel like we talk a lot about nipples on this podcast.
If I have, it probably was when we were changing for a photo shoot.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Very possible that could have also happened.
But back to the horror story, I'm not gonna lie, this sounds really messed up, but if this were happened now and she went away, I would probably laugh so hard.
Start laughing too.
I would laugh so hard.
I think that's why, because when we started galloping, my family just thought it was funny because they're like, oh, like you're a little scared, but you'll be safe, you'll be fine. But in my mind, I was like, I'm gonna die. But I mean, yeah, so it's probably funny for other people. But it was a moment that I think I kind of look at and it's like,
no more horses.
No more horses on the beach for me.
I don't know why I can see that happening to you now too.
Yeah, I feel like that is like a thing.
But you would like, handle it very cutely. You'd be like,
like I would look like I'm fine, but inside I'm like screaming oh my God. Yeah. So on the topic of summertime and friendships, is there a certain place or destination that holds significant meaning for you and a friend that deals with maybe like summertime vacations or any type of memories like that?
I think for me, it's going to be Cabo. Cabo's like now becoming my destination.
Yeah.
I think it's like 2.5 hour flight, right, from LA. So not too far. But I feel like that's where I had my 30th birthday. That's where I had my baby moon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't drink then, but it was something about the beach, the sand, the water, the waves, the air, the food, like seeing the stars. It's something very magical and beautiful about it. And then obviously my bachelorette recently was in Cabo. So it's like I'm building all these very special moments in Cabo.
That's a great answer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it sounds kind of bougie though. Like Cabo. But yeah, Cabo.
That is very meaningful. Oh. How about you, Mel?
Mine, I may have spoken about this in previous episodes, but in high school, I had a very like kind of like sitcom experience where like we had like a neighborhood mom that would house us or take care of us after school. So it was my friend's mom, Tammy. We call her her name's Tammy. But summertimes, all of us kids would like, she'll have us over during the summer because she had a pool. She'll just like grill barbecue. She'll barbecue like burgers and hot dogs, and all of us will be swimming in her backyard playing like Marco Polo for hours. And they will all knock out on her couch. Like she was like our neighborhood mom. So most of us that went to high school at James Logan, like and lived in that area, we'd always spend summer times there. And she'll always cook for us. Like now it wasn't like grilling, but she knew we'll be hungry after swimming. She'll have like spinach dip, spaghetti. Like she is like your all-American mom. So that experience, when I think about high school, like even the summers, like going to like sophomore year, junior year, senior, like all of them were at Tammy's house.
Cute. Aww. Cute. Very cute.
Yeah. I'm getting hungry.
Me too.
My memory is actually from college time summers. I went to school at UCSD, but I was from the Orange County area. So I had a lot of like high school friends that went to UC Irvine, which is really close to home. So during the early summers, a couple of like, I think it was like freshman year when I would come back, our high school friends would get together. And I have this memory with like Sheila, my friend Sheila, I think I've talked about on the podcast a couple of times. I think it started with a group of us and then slowly became just like her and my place, where our way to hang out would just be on like a random Friday night. I'd go and pick her up and we'd drive into Irvine's Chaw for Tea, which is like really close to UCI's like campus location, because that was like the one that she really like, she loves their boba. And then I really like their like green tea. And so I just have a lot of memories of Friday nights or Saturday, like random days going to Chaw for Tea with her, getting her orders. And then sometimes just we would sit in the car and chat, or sometimes we would sit like out in like the courtyard area. And then we would usually go to the Jack in the Box that was next door to that. I don't even know if it's there anymore.
Wow.
For curly fries.
Cute.
So yeah, it was, I think there's something about
wholesome.
So wholesome. All of these are so wholesome.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. I know exactly the plaza you're talking about.
I think you probably,
but I went there to check out guys. Do Irvine?
Very different reasons why we go.
Yeah.
I mean, would you agree now, thinking back on that memory, that should have been a thing you were doing?
We were doing? I don't know. I guess it's like we were catching up though, because we went to college at different places. So that was our time to be like, what's happening in your life? What's happening in my life? But yeah, I mean, I think your choice of activity and there's a lot of things to do in the plaza.
You know what? Multitasking. Oh yeah, how's everything going? Ooh.
Another scenario to set up. It is a scorching hot day.
Ugh.
And you and a friend somehow find yourself on a deserted island. What is something like silly or extreme that you would do to stay cool?
You go
How do you stay cool? Okay, it's hot.
It's hot.
It's hot.
Like
okay.
So freaking hot.
I mean, I would probably go find some shade. I'd probably grab a leaf.
Yeah.
Yeah, grab a leaf, right?
That would make sense.
What would you do with the leaf?
I guess it depends on how we...
Okay, this is what I do. I would grab a leaf. I would dig a hole.
With the leaf?
I would, no.
I know what to do.
You would dig a hole. Because I feel like anytime I dig a hole, it's like, ooh, why is it so like randomly cool down
That's
there?
true.
You know, so I'd dig a hole and like put myself in there. And I would probably like, so if it's really that hot, I would surround myself with it and then put the leaf over my head.
That's good.
But like no one could find me. So that's also an issue. Like you want to be found if you're on this deserted island.
But what if there are animals? So maybe it is a good... Like,
I won't move.
Yeah. So I guess to your point, like you're hiding so that...
Yeah, I'd just be hiding the whole time. So I think that's what I would do.
Okay, that's a good that's a good strategy. I think like going underneath the ground where it's cooler.
It sounds like I will just bury myself and die. Like might as well die.
We would never make it alive on Naked and Afraid.
Oh my god, I would never.
I would never.
Mostly because of the bugs.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I can't.
Those are...
What would you do?
Yeah, I'm curious because I know Mel does like if it's you're not like into heat at all, right?
I think Mel would just be like, take me.
But F this. I turn to bitch too when it's hot.
You might go in the water.
That's what I was saying. Like, duh, I'm gonna go in the water.
Okay, but usually there's no shade in the water.
But the water is cool.
But your head's gonna be fucking hot.
No,
you like keep
I'll keep dunking my head in. I've always done that in the pool.
Okay.
That's a good strategy.
Basic choice is that, or I would try to find a coconut and like hydrate myself.
How would you open this coconut?
How would you get? Because usually coconuts are like on really high trees.
I would shake the tree. Because I can't climb for shit, so there's no way I'm gonna climb a tree. And I'm gonna like get like
I
tree
just trying to take a rock and like throwing it at the.
But I give up real quick.
Yeah.
This is interesting. So your answer is all around like hydration and water.
That's true. I think humans can only survive for 3 to 4 days without fresh water.
Yeah,
so coconut's good.
That's a good tactic.
How about you?
I kind of thought of this question. I thought like we're in a desert, so there's like no trees.
You're in a desert and an island.
I don't know. I didn't think of it. Yeah, my answer is kind of more for like if I'm in a desert setting, but I get and it probably wouldn't work for an island because my plan was to find cacti and then open them
on island.
Well, I thought it was a desert, right?
Okay.
So then I was like, if you open up because there's water in the inside of cacti. So that would be the way to, because my thought was that if we're in the desert, there's nowhere to get shade. The ground's like, there's no water. You can't dig into the ground because it's sand. Cacti are the only places where there's water.
True. I love how you asked the question and you're like,
and I don't know what it was.
Sorry, I heard cacti so many times. I'm like, cat guy. My brain is registering it so weird today.
This is post-bachelorette.
I don't know. Would you rather be stranded in a desert or a deserted island?
Deserted island, hands down.
I want a desert. I mean, I want a desert island.
A desert island?
Oh my God. That would never mind. We're going off topic.
Hello everyone, Helen here. And this one is for all the parents out there who have babies that are still in their diapers. If you're a parent, I will be shocked if you haven't experienced a nasty, outrageously unnecessary blowout just yet. We used to experience them, and they were never a good time. But now, with the new and improved Pampers Swaddlers diaper with blowout barrier innovation, Swaddlers prevents up to 100% of leaks, even blowouts. This diaper has a blowout barrier at the back waist to prevent those messy leaks and blowouts, plus dual leak guard barriers at the legs to help protect leaks where they happen most often. Pampers Swaddlers are dermatologist approved by the Skin Health Alliance, hypoallergenic, and free of parabens and latex. Yes, we only want the best for our babies. They're available in sizes newborn to size 8 and now feature designs with new animal characters, Shiloh the elephant and Freddie the duck. How cute! For trusted protection, trust Pampers, the #1 pediatrician recommended brand.
Okay, let's get a little more like unhinged, okay, and unleashed.
Oh, she's touching her bang. She's like, let's go.
Unhinged, unleash some summer exhibitionism, okay?
What does that word even
If
mean?
you were, what do you think it means?
You're put on display.
Oh, like an exhibit. I mean, kinda, yeah.
You're like halfway there.
Okay.
Okay, say, and this is all like hypothetical shit. So say you were just completely naked,
Okay.
okay, and out in the wild somewhere.
Oh.
What is a summer activity that you would want to do?
I mean, I feel like the obvious one is just like skinny dipping, right? Like swimming naked. It always feels more like pleasant
Yeah.
without like bathing
Have you
suit.
tried it before?
Swimming naked? Yeah.
Wow.
I was like trying to think, I'm like, where?
Where?
I don't remember a specific moment. I just know that like swimming naked is like more comfortable.
But wait, you actually.
I don't know. Actually, I have a memory of a feeling, but I don't know like where I might have been.
Was it a dream?
That it might have been it. I don't know. But the question was more like, what activity would you choose? And I feel like it's going to be in water.
Yeah. What's yours?
I actually put skinny dipping at night because I don't want to, But the second one I put is actually I would probably go to a nude beach with none of my friends or just my boyfriend and just tan. Because I feel like then I could like no tan line.
That's actually that's a very good point. No tan lines. Yeah.
Nude beach.
I've always wanted to, I feel like you see this in celebrity news or whatever all the time where it's like a couple's always just naked on a boat. I want to be naked on a boat.
I'm sorry. What are you reading? Where have you seen this? I have not read this.
No, this is like back in the day where it's like OK Magazine or
where they're on their private yachts and you see the faraway photo.
And it's just like boobs are all out.
Yeah.
I feel like same, like tan lines and all that.
Yeah.
But like how nice would it be to just be on a boat naked with your boo?
Yeah.
And they can jump in the water and feel, be one with nature and then no tan lines.
Would the captain be there? Like who? Like the crew?
They'd be like underground, locked away. And then they'd have a little camera to see where they're going.
But the only vision would be 3 or 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
LOL. Okay.
Or maybe we'll be comfortable enough and be like,
It's okay.
No phones. Okay. Next random ass question that you can all ask yourselves as well. If you were a popsicle, what would you name your popsicle?
I had 3 answers.
Oh, for your popsicle?
So I took the question. I was like, what would I name the popsicle? But okay, so the first one is what? Oh, is that the question?
No, yeah, it is. It just sounds so dumb. Like
the first one is suck me. Just literal.
Oh, that's very clever.
It's a popsicle.
That's very clever.
Thanks. The second one is like
what flavor would it be?
Whatever you want.
So hers would be like a brand of popsicle named Suck Me's.
Yeah,
that's cute. I like that.
That's
Clever.
cute.
Have you know there's like this lip tint that changes the color depending on your pigment.
Oh,
This popsicle, it'll change the flavor depending on how you like your tongue flavor or lick.
What? So everyone would taste it differently.
Exactly.
What's the tongue flavor
lick? It's like, is it a blue dress? Is it a red dress? You don't know. It's like it depends on the person.
Okay.
To make it fun.
How does the science work behind it?
I don't know. I never majored in science. The second one would be like sensual strawberry. And the last one would be make me melt Mel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What flavor would that be?
Maybe something like a jalapeno or spicy infused, like those tequila, spicy tequilas. Yeah.
Okay.
And a little bit of whipped cream. Actually, no, that does make sense. Anyways, those are my flavors.
Interesting.
I did think about this.
Yeah.
The sexy strawberry, is that like a brand? So they are only like strawberry flavored popsicles.
It's just one pops. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I thought about more flavors than like like what I would name like the type of popsicle or whatever. So I also had strawberry, but mine was sexy strawberry. So it's very similar.
Yeah.
My second one was blue, not the balls, the berries.
Oh, okay.
So I thought that would be kind of
That's cute.
That's way better than sexy strawberry. I was like,
sexy strawberry.
And then the third one would be
Give it to me, grape. No.
Oh, we could have. I was going to say, come to me, citrus.
oh, damn. These are, wow.
But give it to me, grape is nice too.
Is this the next ABG line of popsicle?
Summer popsicle.
Give it to me, grape.
That could be a song too.
Sexy strawberry.
Yeah, what's yours?
What are yours?
Okay, honestly, I thought we were like putting our names in these.
Oh,
Okay.
she did for the last one.
Yeah, that's
just,
true.
I like, anyways, go ahead.
Mine would be so random. Woo, sensual, berry, burst.
I like how she paused after every.
I'm sorry, what?
So woo was the last name. Sensual, berry.
Woo, sensual.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Oh,
berry.
okay. I got it.
When
that
the first
time
you're
Glad
like,
I got it.
Okay, great. Thank you for saying it twice because the first time you're like, woo, sensual, berry, thirst,
Burst. Yeah. But I get it. It's like a woo.
Yeah.
Sensual.
It's like,
Yeah.
woo, you know?
That's clever. It's clever.
I feel like burst is like dirty.
I hear that. Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, what's another one?
that's all I had.
That's okay. That's a good.
I'm sorry. I'm just like, keep talking. I'm thinking.
Give me another one for me.
I was like, something with
She's
hump.
good with this. Something with hump.
Because your name starts with an H.
Oh.
Oh, something like,
Or like, how about like happy to see you?
girl, this is not a kid's show. I think something like heated up with heat.
Ooh, okay.
But it's a popsicle.
Heated hell. You heated?
Okay, so another question. If you were to say be on the beach, you're walking by someone who is very cute and you have like 1 second to drop a line on them, what would your line be? Your pickup line?
Mine would be, are you a pool? Because I want to take a dip in you.
I don't know why. I thought she was going to say, I want to take a dump in. I was like,
Who would take a dump in a pool?
but I like, that was a very interesting, like,
Why did you think that that's what she was going to say? Oh, yeah.
she would do the touch though. I actually think that she does the body language.
You want to take a dip in him?
Oh.
How do you say? Dip with you?
Or no, would you want to take a dip in me? But then, because,
I can dip in him, my tongue or something, right?
Oh,
Do I need to paint the picture, ladies?
That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Are you strawberry because you sexy?
Okay, so I have like no game and I've never like hit on someone and I don't
Really?
I think I just go practical. So if I saw someone, I'm walking by them, if I would just be like, hi, could you like get my back? And I would give them like the sunblock.
Yeah.
And then just turn around.
I thought we
And
were
then
not doing lines.
Yeah, we're doing lines, girl.
Oh,
I
but
guess
that
that
is
would
a
be your
line.
line.
That is a line. I'm
Can you do
asking
my
to-
back?
can you
I
get
just
my
thought
back?
of one, but go ahead, you go.
Go for it.
No, you go
For
first.
Janet?
No, for in general.
Okay. Mine would be, so I'd be walking by, right?
Okay.
I'd be like, I want to dive into that body
Oh,
of water.
So she will wait to
Of
see how
water.
you react.
Of
And then if
water.
you're like not into it, she's like, I meant the water.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good save.
That's what I would
that's
say.
good.
My goodness. Okay, well, if you were this is the last one of these random ass questions. If you were a lifeguard, okay,
Oh.
and you wanted to go and flirtatiously save someone, how would you do it?
Oh, well, I would just swim because I'm a good swimmer. I would show off my swimming skills. Oh, also I would show off my body roll in the water.
Body roll?
There's a dolphin kick when swimming, when you kick off the board, when you kick off the wall, you do a little wave to like to get set you off.
So you just go around in circles of this person, or
Wait, but if are they like drowning and you're like,
Okay, I totally
would they
read.
be able to
I totally
see?
read this question wrong. I would save them and like watch this. Are you okay? Okay, now I'll
watch
yeah.
That's a good.
Oh, duh, you just stick your mouth on them.
Yes.
Oh, CPR? No.
oh, okay. But what if they don't need it?
Yeah. Would you be like, watch this, and then
Okay.
Okay, I'm not. I don't know actually.
Yeah.
my tactic was just gonna be like throw the lifesaver over them and then reel them in,
So practically save them, like literally
Yeah.
save them.
save them, and then and then roll them in to yourself. So yeah, basically it wouldn't be a hit on at all. I guess that's like lighthearted flirtation. Like don't know how to.
I'd probably throw a ball really far out and be like, can you get it?
She wants to be impressed. That's her way to
swim out there and then like pretend to save him.
This is why all three of us are never lifeguards.
Yeah.
Look at this. You're doggy.
Closest, but anyway.
All right, for our next segment, we're going to be talking about like embracing this confidence. I do feel like when in the summertime, you feel a little bit more like, I'm not afraid to approach people. Like this is a new me. So the first question is, let's pretend you're at a summer party, which I think all of us have been to, and you see someone that you find attractive. How would you impress them?
Gotta like dig back into like single Helen days because I definitely was of this mindset in the past. I'm sure we all have been.
I'm trying to think.
What would I actually do? I think I would probably just make sure that I was in their vicinity.
Okay,
you know, like always making like if they're getting up, like, oh, I'm getting up.
Oh, that's smart.
Like, peace. Hold this conversation. I need to go to the bathroom, you know? And then like I would always make sure I'm like kind of like walking in their way. Oh, I'm sorry. You know? And then it could spark like conversation that way. And just make sure like I'm in their eye line and not be like, oh, hey, like, what's your... I think I would just be more coy about it and wait for them to approach me. I think the other thing is that if this is like a pool party, I would probably try and get out of the pool, like, sexily. Although I don't know how to do that. How do you get out of a pool in a sexy way?
Girl, I don't know. I use a ladder.
You lift your body.
Okay, yes, that's hot, right? Lifting your body.
But then you put your leg.
But then when you put your chunky ass leg on the side, and then the other side, and do a huge ass squat to get up.
Oh my God.
That's how I get up at a pool.
This should be a challenge.
No, here's how you do it. You push up and then you turn around and your butt goes on the surface.
Okay, but then you gotta like lift your legs up and then like, and then like
yoga.
But no, because then you go up and then you lift your butt and then that way you're turned. Your back is toward, or you're facing the pool.
Yes.
And then you can put one leg up at a time and then get up that way and do another squat.
That part where you're getting up though.
Yeah.
How's that?
You shouldn't. Just put your leg up.
Can you show us? All right, y'all. You got to watch the YouTube for this.
This is water.
Okay, this is water. Janet's getting up. Okay, hot. Ooh, hot. Okay. Okay, from that, yeah. From that point on.
I'm just getting her back.
Stand up. Like.
See, that looks awkward to me. You know what I mean?
Or you could, I don't know. What is
Okay, we're going to go to a pool and do this for real. Because I think the water adds another layer of weight.
That's true. You have to be confident that you're strong enough to be able to do the turnaround. Because it could turn embarrassing really quick, right?
I do the roll like a tuna they just caught.
Wait, why can I see this? Like you would get up and you're just like,
I have a video clip for you. Not of me, but someone
getting out of the pool.
It's this Korean like
but
comedy
I'm just saying,
show.
like it's hard to get out of a pool in a sexy way. I can kind of see Janet. I can't do it.
I can't do it.
I literally like do the hump and then like squat and stand up. You know.
Or I think in the old school movies, you always see that there's a thing to climb up.
Girl, there's a staircase going down to the pool. Where are you going?
You gotta find a staircase.
Not just because there's the steps that go into it, but also in the swimming pool, like the diving pools, they have the metal part, the ladder, and it's like very Baywatch if you can come up and you're
that's
like
okay,
But usually there's not that.
I tried the ladder. It's not hot. It's always in the deep end, and then you fall back in the pool. I know.
Anyway, that's how I would approach it.
Okay, Janet, you go. She did that move probably.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, that was pretty sexy. If anyone saw that, it was like, oh, let me see.
Actually, going along with my theme of being super awkward and like not hitting on people at all. If I saw someone I was attracted to them at a pool party, I would probably just avoid eye contact and then like try and talk to a group of people because I would feel nervous the whole time. And then I'm just not very forward with people. And I don't know, maybe I had an era, I think, in my 20s where I would have been probably just doing that. Like you be in their line of vision, right? But like the younger me and kind of the present day me, I'm kind of not very, if I found someone attractive, I would kind of be like, okay, I'm just gonna, if they come to me, then it is, but I'm not one to like make the first move.
I am the complete opposite of that. There's no wasted opportunity in my book. So what I would do is, okay, so I'm assuming like maybe I'm like a host of this party. So I would girl, why are you laughing? I would probably try to impress them with my cooking skills. I was like, oh, like, would you guys like some? And I'll have them eat it. He's like, oh, this is so good. I was like, oh yeah, it's just, something I found in like Chrissy Teigen's like recipe book. That. Or if he's in the water, I'll be in the water too and try to like maybe like start a conversation. And then I probably
Sorry, I just see you dolphining like back and forth in this pool.
No, I wouldn't do that yet. I obviously like my eyelashes are still above water.
Got it, yes.
Okay.
So I'm probably just like holding my one of those, and then maybe bumped into him, and then I'll start talking, and then I'll start like being a little competitive.
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
That's a flirtatious
Mel's
thing. Yeah,
snaps will come out like
That
the hair.
Yeah. I'd be like, oh yeah, so like, are you a swimmer? He's like, oh yeah, I swim. I was like, oh, I used to swim too. Like, you want to race?
Actually, I have seen the side of Mel come out. Right? Like pre-current boyfriend. Like you are very forward with that.
Oh, yeah. Actually, no. I do have memories of karaoke
slappy.
nights. Yeah.
I'm very slappy. No, okay, sorry. I'm very touchy.
I think your style goes to like what you said. No wasted opportunity. You're going to be direct. And you're going to go all out because you're like, I need to have no question that I'm interested. And they need to know I'm interested.
Yeah. And then because like the competitor's like, oh, well, if the loser has to buy someone a drink.
Yeah.
That's how you kind of like, you know?
You get them engaged.
It's such a spectrum. Like I'm like, I feel like I'm always in the middle. Of you two.
The coy. Make sure you're present, but he needs to come. But he maybe needs to be one of the one that like initiates a conversation.
But I would also be extra like confident. You know, I feel like confidence and sexy. So I'd be extra like, you know,
sexy,
you would notice.
Yeah.
But you'd be like, hey, like
time for this.
Hey, notice me.
Let's race.
Yeah. You know, we're gonna end today's episode on a significant note. I think again, like embracing this confident like self in the summertime comes through like experiences and very memorable times. So can you guys recall a memorable summer that kind of changed your life?
For me, it would be the summer after I graduated from college.
Why does that sound like a title? It's like Summer I Turned Pretty.
Yeah.
Summer I graduated from college. And that was a summer that I went to Kenya. And why that was significant for me is because I think Kenya was the first kind of like big, outrageous, risky, I don't know anything about this place. I kind of just like went and did it and committed because once I was out there, it was not exactly what I expected, but I knew I had to be out there for 10 weeks. And that kind of set off a theme of me putting myself through uncomfortable situations a couple of times in my young adulthood to kind of navigate my career or like figure out myself and my character. So that is a summer that I will always remember.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's powerful. I think for me, it's not just one summer. It's actually multiple summers. So I grew up in Boston, and every summer we would take a trip out to California. My mom's side of the family lives in California. So we would always be here. Like from here, we would go to Vegas. I went to Vegas a lot as a kid, and every like summer and Christmas.
Same.
Yeah. I feel like that was a thing, like a very Asian thing to do. And it was just, I don't know. This was always like, to me, seeing the palm trees. And my first diary entry, I think I mentioned this on the podcast before, my first diary entry at the age of 9 was like, I love the palm trees. I want to be where the palm trees are one day.
Yeah.
You know, and it just like was such a big signifier. Like I think people from here, they see palm trees everywhere, like especially this is more tropical, it's more, you know, but on the East Coast, like you don't see palm trees. So it was definitely like a vision for me of like, I want to grow up here one day. And it's because I had visited every summer and I was like, this is just such a beautiful place to grow up and live. I want to live here. And now I live like 15 minutes away from my grandma, which is where we always visited as a kid. So it makes me think about how even for my child, like I want to make sure that he sees a lot of different places and is able to explore even as a child so that he can actually, you know, I feel like your dreams kind of grow with what you're able to see as a reality. So yeah, I would say just all the summer visits here.
That's crazy, huh?
Yeah. It's crazy that I live like in the same city as where I always visited.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. Very full circle.
Very cool. Yeah.
I think for me, there's a couple, but I'll just say the one that comes to my mind is the summer. I think it was like when I was in middle school or like 6th grade to 7th grade. I spent a whole month in Taiwan with my grandparents and my brother. And I don't know. For me, that was kind of like, you know, you're going through puberty. I think it was around that time where I felt like I was kind of transitioning out of being a little girl and slowly becoming like an adult. And now I'm like 13. But I felt that mental shift for myself because like in Taiwan, like that was my first time I got my hair dyed and I started buying clothes that I like could see myself in. And I don't know, that was like a formative moment for me. And I think also just spending time with my grandparents has, I just always remember that now. So like, it was so meaningful for me just spending this like intimate time with my grandparents uninterrupted a whole summer and like eating their food all the time. Like it wasn't like you know, when you go with your friends, you like go to the night markets, whatever. Yeah. I was actually living their life with them. And I loved it. Like visiting my grandpa's countryside home, like where he grew up and stuff. So it was really nice that I remember. I think one, it just makes me value my grandparents and my family a lot. That's why I always, when I talk about my grandparents, they're like one of the closest people in my life. And the other thing is, I think after that summer, fast forward to college, when I had a month off in community college, I went to visit them again. I knew I wanted to come back and spend time with them. So I don't know. It's just, maybe for me, it's just like locking in that like whole like component, like your elders, and then like developing from a girl to a woman kind of vibe. Yeah.
That was very meaningful summers.
Yeah. Wow. We went from unhinged. What would your popsicle name be to be like, yeah, that summer really changed my life.
Such a variety.
It shows that there's range.
There's definite range.
Yeah.
I'm curious actually what other people would name up. What was the actual question? Name a popsicle after yourself?
Name a popsicle after yourself in a seductive way.
In a seductive way. If that's the one that stands out to you, or maybe thinking about a summer that was like very meaningful and changed your life. So, or answer both, because we would love to both. But thanks for joining us today in this conversation. I thought it was really nice to reflect back and also have the laughs, but then also have some of those like deeper moments. And this is actually making me kind of reflect on, you know, it's still only August. We still have the rest of summer. So if there is anything that I've done in the past summers that I haven't really, you know, put in like deliberately and focused on, maybe now is the time to do it. So yeah.
And with that, we'll catch you all in the next episode. Bye.